What if I told you that there's a link between Frozen and your breakup? In this video, I'm going to share with you how you can move on after a breakup, how to be happier in life and in your future relationship. It's something that I will use for the rest of your life. Before I move on, just to remind you this, to subscribe to the channel. It's totally free and anonymous, and you get notified anytime I post a video. Comment if you like the video, if you didn't like the video, if you have any questions, if you want to share your stories, more than happy to answer. And take the quiz, it's totally free, and you get a chance to know if you have any chance to get back with your ex. I left the link in the first comment of the video. So, Frozen. Let's not talk about Frozen yet. After a breakup, what happens is that we see friends, we go out, we have fun, we eat, we want to enjoy life, we want to make it up to all the sadness, all the things that happened in the past. But usually, and a lot of the time, is sort of a band-aid. We sort of do a bit of too much. So maybe you were an introvert, and after you just realize that you're going out and see a lot of people, it's not really you, and you're trying to fix something with that fake sort of behavior. The thing is, what I want you to understand in this video is how can you change your internal state after a breakup, through a breakup. It's very difficult. I know that because I help a lot of people overcoming and sometimes fighting and sort of getting back together. Sometimes it doesn't work. Let's be realistic. And when it doesn't work, it's how you can change that internal state, because otherwise you won't be able to move on. You'll always have this link, and you'll always look in the back. In the mirror, in your car mirror. First advice is to listen to your emotions and welcome them. It's so important. And we have been taught, the new generation less so, but my generation has been taught, to suppress emotion. You don't talk about emotion, especially if you're a guy. So it's very important for you to know and listen to them. Next slide, I'm gonna show you a table that you can use for yourself. Recognize them, live with them, they are natural. Emotions are just a trigger from our brain to recognize a situation. If you don't analyze the situation and analyze those emotions, then emotions will drive your behavior. We're gonna look at that later on. So you have to understand that they are natural. They're just something to signal something in your life, but they shouldn't drive your life. So, to explain you a little bit more, it's very important, the song, conceal it, don't feel it, don't let them know. Well, now they know, let it go. So let it go of your emotions. Because the analogy with Frozen is that the whole beginning of the movie, she's been told that she has to suppress those emotions, those feelings, and hide things. But the only time she gets to be her true self, to be happy, is when she let go of her emotions. So it's very important for you not to try to suppress those emotions, but to try to embrace them, understand them, and not use them as the one that would drive your life, but the one that would signal things, that will help you to move on, that will help you to grow. That's super important. So this is a table. You can pause the video or have a look online. When I was younger and I didn't do all these studies on therapy and counselor and things like that, I didn't know a lot of emotions. But when you look at a table like that, sad, happy, hurt, confident, but below those things, there are subcategories, being like hateful, upset, optimistic, content. Have a look anytime you have that feeling in your chest, in your stomach. Can you identify which of those emotions are? Let me give you a tip. You can use the 7 why technique. I'm feeling sad. So why I'm feeling sad? Well, I'm feeling sad because I just got dumped by my ex that I loved, and we were together for 3 years. And I was planning to be together for a while, but now it's over. Okay. But then why are you sad that it's over? Well, it's over because I had project to have a family, and now I don't feel I can have a family anymore. So why do you think you can't have a family anymore? Well, I don't think you can have a family because she was way too good for me, and she was beautiful, she was smart, she was had a great job, my family loved her, there's no way I'm gonna find someone like her. Okay, why do you think there's no way you're gonna find someone like her? Because I was struggling when I was in high school to date girls, and I'm sort of an introvert, so I don't really like to go at parties and meet people. It's very hard for me. Okay, so why is it hard for you? And you do like this. You investigate on why. And sometimes in that case could be working on your introvert, being an introvert and go out more often, and maybe it's going to be working on confidence. My point here is it started with an emotion. I'm sad, I'm feeling down. Analyze those emotions. Try to drill down at a level where you can have some actions. And these actions, what you have to do is, let's say you have a confidence issue. Let's say you don't know how to engage conversation with a stranger or things like that. Get some help from a coach, a therapist, a counselor. Get help from people who can really help you and also have that conversation. Because you can do that why technique yourself. Obviously, it's way more powerful when you do it with someone who doesn't know you actually, and drill down to that level of understanding of what's going on. If you don't fix this, next relationship, you're going to be the same. You're going to reproduce the same mistake. We're going to look afterwards how it works, the mechanics behind that. Second tip is to take responsibility for your emotions. So it is natural, as I mentioned earlier, it is natural. It's fine to be sad. It's fine to cry. It's fine to... Otherwise, we are human beings. There's nobody who's like completely happy 24/7. We always do mistakes. We can be happy and sad. It's fine. Actually, if you were only happy, it's a bit like people who live in Dubai or where it's sunny every day. I don't think they really appreciate that it's sunny. When you live in London like me, and it's raining 6 months a year, when it's a bit of sun outside, we're so excited. So embrace the fact that sometimes being sad helps you really enjoy those moments of happiness. Reflect and understand and exercise. Do that exercise of looking into when you have that anxiety or panic attack. Pause for a moment and say, like, why am I like this? Why am I crying? And drill down again to understand what's going on. Third one, and we're going to wrap up after this one, is accepting that you have made the best choice. And I know it's really hard. Even if there's anger, even if it's you or the other person who left, it doesn't really matter. Think of that as an experience to learn, as an experience to grow. You can't go back in the past. You can't. I'm really, really against people who are trying to overanalyze the past. It's the best way to not move forward in life. Always be in the present time and project yourself in the future. That's it. The past is in the past. You don't care about the rest. So, and also acknowledge that even if you were hurt, your ex didn't dump you or didn't break up with you because they wanted to harm you. I mean, maybe they could because they were toxic or narcissistic or whatever, but it's only 5% of people. I don't think your ex intentionally broke up with you to make you suffer. It's just that they felt it didn't work out. So don't take it personally. Don't take it because you're a bad person. Don't take it don't take it the other way around, like they're a bad person. You have to accept you made the best choice. So I'm going to explain you something called the cognitive triangle, or it's the Beck's triad, I think. I'm going to start with feelings. So you understand how it works. Feelings. I'm feeling sad. Thoughts. I'm feeling sad. So I think because I'm not good enough to meet someone because, I don't know, have a big nose, whatever. Behavior, I'm not going to go out because I feel ugly and I don't want to hang out with people. And then what's going to happen is going to go back to the feelings. You see, I'm feeling even more sad because I don't see anyone. I'm not worth dating anyone. Thoughts, I'm never going to meet someone. And it's going to be like this circle. One way to break that circle is to really acknowledge those feelings, work on those feelings, reframe those thoughts, and then the behavior will follow. One other way to change it is to fake it by changing your behavior. When you smile, if you're depressed, if you're crying, and you smile, you force yourself to smile, you'll see within a few seconds, almost less than a minute, you'll feel happier. because your behavior, the way your body moves, your body language affects as well your feeling. So the behavior will affect the feelings will affect the thoughts, and the thoughts the behavior. So really be mindful of this circle, and really when you have this moment, when you want to move on, but you're carrying this big baggage with you, try to see where you are in this triangle. Try to see whether you're not creating a negative triad, like this one is really good, so I'm not good, I'm useless, and then the views of the future, it's always going to be like that. So be really mindful of those belief systems when you think big statement, this is going to be like this, and it's not going to change. Everything change. It's not because you were not successful in that relationship that it's not going to be successful next time. We all change, we all learn, we all grow. It's only if you have this fixed mindset that things can't change, that yes, things will not change. And I've mentioned that in another video about the law of attraction, but it's so important for you to really look at your belief system and what you are telling yourself. To wrap up, stop beating yourself about what we said, what we did. Again, the past is in the past. Accepting that what the other did was probably the best thing at this point of time. And that every day you get better. I do a lot of hypnotherapy, and it is also a phrase that's used by Method Coué, by Emile Coué. Every day you get better and better. And you repeat that to yourself. If you're interested, let me know. I'll be more than happy to share with you and do a video about Method Coué and how it could help you moving on after a breakup. Key takeaways: reflect on your emotion based on the SPECS triad. Have a look online. Get help from counselor or therapist if you are struggling. Again, unless you fix those things, unless you fix those belief systems, you're not going to be able to move on later in life. So some people are really good at analyzing their emotion because they grew up talking about their emotion. Some people are struggling. I did struggle a lot when I was younger, and I worked on myself to learn more about that. So you might need some help, and it's totally fine. Yeah, other than that, take care. Ciao.